Men, I want to talk to you today about something that can be the most attractive thing about you for your spouse, or it can be the most repulsive thing about you to your spouse. I'm Dr. David Mabry. I'm with One Another Relationships. And gentlemen, I'm here to encourage you this day to be the best father possible. Here we are in the season, middle of June, and we're talking Father's Day. It's a time to celebrate dads. But I'm telling you what, there is a tragic thing going on in our world today when it comes to fathers that are missing, disengaged, and otherwise just not doing a very good job. And then there are dads that are doing a great job and they're engaging, and that is super attractive to your wife. So let me throw some stats on you. So research would tell us that father absence in America, it's a crisis. There's a crisis in America, and according to the U.S. Census, 19.7 million children, more than 1 in 4 children, 25% of our children, live without a father in their home. And this father factor results in a societal crisis. So here's what happens when a father is absent in the home. Here's the bad news. This is what is repulsive. This is what turns us away. This is what challenges young people today and the development of young people into adulthood. So when a father is absent, an individual is 4 times greater having a risk of poverty. They are more likely to have behavioral problems. They are 7 times more likely to become pregnant as a teenager. They are 2 times greater of having a risk of infant mortality for the mother when a father is absent. There's more likely a chance to face abuse and neglect, more likely to abuse drugs and alcohol, more likely to go to prison, 2 times more likely to suffer obesity, more likely to commit crime, and 2 times more likely to drop out of high school. This is when a father is absent. And I tell you, from a practical standpoint, gentlemen, our wives, they are truly repulsed by, they're frustrated by, they're discouraged when a dad is disengaged with children, or absent, or just making poor decisions when it comes to parenting. But on the other hand, gentlemen, if I can encourage you today, be a great dad, or as great as possible. Learn what it means to engage with your children in a positive way. Be present. First and foremost, be present. Secondly, you're not perfect, but figure out day by day what is the most loving, kind, what's the best thing that I can do for my children today? And that's not always putting them in all the sports leagues you can and buying them all the gifts that you can. No, it's parenting. It's giving healthy boundaries. It's being loving but firm. It's having a balance. You don't want to be authoritarian, and you don't want to be permissive as a dad. But you want to be in that middle road where you're saying, you know what, there are boundaries, son or daughter. I'm not going to let you do whatever you want, but in the most loving way, I'm going to give you instruction, and I'm going to train you up. Remember this, dads, your kids will do exactly what you do as they grow up. So do the behavior you want them to participate in later on. And finally, let's circle back around. What this does for your marriage. I'm telling you what, time and time again, I have had wives share with me, as my wife and I work with couples, wives will share with us that, hey, you know what? When he's a good dad, I love it. That is an attractive thing when he is a good dad to these children. So gentlemen, step up your game every day. You may not be totally absent today. You may be watching this saying, well, I'm there for my children. I provide for them. You know, that's a thing of bygone years, of just saying you're a good dad if you provide for them. If you give them a roof over their head and food on the table, come on, what more do you want? They need your love. They need your engagement. They need your instruction and your wisdom. You're modeling about what it means to be a good person. So gentlemen, step up your game, whatever that means for you today. You have a chance to be very attractive to your wife and make a huge difference in the lives of those children. Until next time, I'm Dr. David Mabry. Thanks for joining me.